preeminent 20th century cultural theorist and philosopher Michel Foucault would put it, hello. Welcome to the Lonely Spirits Variety Hour on FFFFFFM, 5900 on the AM dial. I'm your host, Neville Umbrellaman, bringing you all your favourite public domain hits all night long. But first, I'd just like to take a moment to unwind. So just sit back, let your hair down, relax, and come away with me. Ooh, yeah. On a night, much like this one not so long ago, I walked into my local cafe and the air was filled with the stench of an impending apocalypse. And the nutty aroma profile of a Guatemalan espresso was quite nice, actually. There was a sickly looking man with a bad moustache sitting at one of the tables. He said, "Stand back, this moustache is contagious." I said, "It's okay, I've had facial hair before, I'm immune." I took a seat at the table, and before long came over and said he represented a company that mass-produced reality. Bite-sized pieces of the obsolete quotidian for your average time-poor contemporary humanoid. For $5 you could buy a 40-minute wait in one, complete with frazzled commuters and a fine mix of carbon monoxide particles sprayed into your face at 30-second intervals. For $10 you could treat yourself to a declined credit card transaction in a crowded department store. For a more substantial payment, you could subscribe to a year's worth of a major depressive disorder. I was skint, and so I ordered a 6-pack of salmonella-infected tofu nuggets and a poorly made cup of instant coffee. Oh, yeah. Yes, that was TJ and the Snooker G's with the titular song off their 1962 album, Purple Carrots. On tonight's program, we explore the farthest reaches of the universe and plunge into the depths of so many black holes as we search for spiritual enlightenment and that secret raising agent responsible for all of life's spontaneous bangs. Yes, listeners, life is fleeting, I know, but strap yourselves in for a journey through the night sky. Oh, yeah. Live in the studios this evening, we have a menagerie of disgruntled devotees, scorned lovers of the shotgun-wielding variety, lonely telephone romantics, nighttime revelers, and of course, Freddie Nietzsche's Good Time Bebop Quintet, with some surprisingly up-tempo numbers from their upcoming album, Götzendämmerung oder wie man mit dem Hammer philosophiert. Tonight's program is brought to you by Pete's Cyclonic Vacuum Cleaners. Need a complete clean out? Need a fresh start on live? Well, sort that shit out in your own time. But in the meantime, why not enjoy a sparkling floor? Call today to get your very own Cyclonic Vacuum Cleaner for the low introductory price of just $14.99, decibel free, but only for a limited time. Pete's Cyclonic Vacuum Cleaner, because you're live. Kenneth, you'll be going first. Then we'll go with Boulanger Yvette if she appears. Sabrina, I've scheduled you to go last.
Oh, I thought you said there was a studio audience.
I said it would appear like there was a studio audience.
Yeah, well, I tried looking for your show, but couldn't seem to find the frequency. And I thought you said it was going to be at the ABC studios.
I said it would be a 45-minute shuttle bus from the ABC studios. Anyway, this is a real smart move for you to be on this show, Kenneth. This is going to really open up some new pathways for you, otherwise stalling career trajectory. Don't worry, I'm going to hit you with the full wall of sound treatment. Your career is going to be Phil Spector resurrected.
I didn't win the Pete Seeger Award for Best Newcomer for nothing, you know. And remember, I have a very loyal fan base. Do the words Dylan, Newport, 1965 mean anything to you?
Look, you're here now and can obviously see the benefit of being on such an illustrious and groundbreaking program.
Oh, thank you so much for this opportunity, Ravindranath. I really, really appreciate it. To be honest, I was a little shocked that you asked me.
Yeah. Swell. Swell. Kenneth, let's go. I'll do a short introduction, then I'll give you the thumbs up when to start, and I'll just ask a few questions at the end. That was Freddie Nietzsche's Good Time Bebop Quintet. Swell, swell. And now from the sophisticated jazz stylings of Freddie and the gang to the not-so-sophisticated wailings of our next guest. Live in Studio B and in front of a real studio audience. Here to sing us a song about agonizing loneliness and the impending end of the human species, it's singer-songwriter Kenneth Wong. Excuse me, we seem to be having a medical emergency here. I just need to check with my producer.
What's that? Yes, I understand.
No need to be alarmed, folks. It's just the cough track playing up. We've got it set to emphysema. Take it away, Kenneth.
I love my cat, and my cat loves me. He licks my fingers, bites my feet when I feed him. Waffles is his name. Waffles is his name. I love the sounds he makes, like meow meow and purr purr. Waffles is his name. Waffles is his name. Waffles is his name. Waffles is his.
Thank you, Kenneth, for joining us on the Lonely Spirits Variety Hour. Harrowing stuff. I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about the inspiration for that song. I mean, it must have come from some pretty dark times for you.
It's actually a happy song.
I wondered if you could talk a little bit about its main themes. I mean, aside from the cats, this is ostensibly a song about destitution, obviously written when you were very lonely, you know, no friends, that sort of thing. The other kids on their bicycles riding by you as you sit on the curb, hoping they'd say hello.
No, it's nothing like that.
All right, but what exactly are you trying to say about the end of humanity? Will the cats be benevolent when they arrive, or will they enslave us all? What will be the approximate size of these killer cats?
The song's about my cat Waffles and how he likes to lick my...
Harrowing stuff. Thank you, Kenneth, for sharing that important warning with us all. Next up, I'm going to be talking about the benefits of mind control and how you can surrender your critical faculties by...
Hey, you promised me 2 songs. That was the agreement.
Oh, all right. And now it's time for another song from that Prince of Darkness, the King of Despair, that High Priest of Purgatory. Blasted alliterations. I hate poetic devices. Kenneth Wong.
He's got a rat in his mouth. Now he's gone, sad. He's got a rat in his mouth. Now he's gone, sad. Now I miss my cat. How I miss my ginger cat. Oh, now
Yes, that's more like it. Harrowing. What a dick. That was Kenneth Wong with another song about cats. Yes, that was TJ and the Snooker G's with a titular song off their 1962 album, Purple Carrots. Thank you, Kenneth, for joining us on the Lonely Spirits Variety Hour on FFFFFFFFM 5900 on the AM dial. I'm your host,
Neville Umbrellaman. he been able to speak to you yet?
No, not yet. Why don't you take a seat? The doctors will be here shortly.
Hi, I'm the cerebrovascular specialist here, Dr. Mansour, and this is Dr. Rook.
Hello.
You must be Rabindranath's mum.
Yes, I came as quickly as I could.
So, Rabindranath came in with an intense migraine and, unfortunately, not long after had what's called an intracerebral hemorrhage. The initial CT scan showed bleeding inside the brain, but we're not sure yet how much damage was done. So we need to run him through an MRI and also wait for the results of a couple of more tests to come in before we can understand.
What? But he took an Uber here 3 hours ago.
Yes, well, it's very rare that someone can physically walk themselves into emergency and then end up here in intensive care. Unfortunately, just after Rabindranath was given a bed and something for his headache, not long after his brain hemorrhaged. Once we have the results of the tests come in, we'll be in a better position to assess the situation.
How does something like this happen?
It's very rare.
But he will recover, right?
Prize in our giveaway is a pair of quotation marks from Dostoevsky himself to lend your words existential clout in all of life's situations.
Hello, caller.
Oh, yes, hello. This is your neighbour, Terry.
Terry, I told you not to call this number. It's for my listeners. You keep disrupting my sermons. What do you want?
Well, I found your cat in my backyard. It was making a mess, and so I, put it in a box. It's been a couple of weeks now, and I'm not quite sure whether it's alive or dead.
Terry, I don't have a cat.
Well, that's the crux of it, isn't it? You do and you don't. All at the same time.
No, Terry, I don't have a cat. There is no cat, quantum or otherwise. Go to bed. An apology is called for, listeners. My producers and the studio staff really should be doing a better job at filtering the enormous amount of callers we get every evening. You're listening to the Lonely Spirits Variety Hour on FFFF FM 5900 on the AM dial. I'm your host, Neville Umbrellaman. Yes, that was TJ and the Snooker G's with the titular song off their 1962 album, Purple Carrots, part of their root vegetables phase. Listeners, as we look out into the great unknown, we are often looking for cues, for guidance. Since ancient times, philosophers have told us that a lot of things can be gained by looking into the stars. Just last week I was staring directly into the sun for philosophical reasons. Didn't learn a bloody thing. All through the week I was partially blind. of the line between illumination and total darkness, between the wisdom of the constellations and the great abyss of the cosmos, is a blurry one. Nowhere is this more acutely experienced than in that distribution of light and dark, artificial and natural, ethereal and perverse, that we call the night. In his magnum opus, World as Will and Representation, Schopenhauer, after much deliberation and several knee surgeries, came to the conclusion that at night it is quite hard to see. We must be wary of false prophets and furniture, sometimes both at once. I once confessed my sins to a coat rack for 2 hours. I woke up the next morning to find the coat rack gone and my bank account empty. In our search for enlightenment, dear listeners, we must never let down our guard. As my mother always said, the only people you can really trust are shoddy electricians, used car salesmen, televangelists, witch doctors, insurance representatives, politicians, religious cults, and big tobacco. My mother always said that. Wise woman. Died of a broken heart. And poor hygiene. She refused to shower.
Oh, hello. Is Rabindranath about?
Oh, he's just in the toilet. I'm Sabrina. We work together at the insurance company.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Sabrina. It's so lovely that you've come down to support him.
Oh, well, when Rabindranath asked me to do something for his show, I was so honoured and excited.
Oh, you're so lovely. Well, we should have you round for dinner one night. Oh, Rabindranath, I just was telling Sabrina she should come over for dinner one night.
Mum, it's Neville when I'm doing the show.
Thanks, Mrs. Chakraborty.
You're very welcome. It's your favourite. Truffle-infused mushroom beetroot arancini with vegan aioli and a side of carrots.
Thanks, Mum.
Well, enjoy your night. Bye now.
next guest listeners will thrill, inspire, and is here to educate us all about that most puzzling of planetary phenomena, life on Earth. Sourdough has a mildly sour taste, not present in most breads made with baker's yeast, and better inherent keeping qualities than other breads due to the lactic acid produced by lactobacilli. Here to tell us more about sourdough is boulanger extraordinaire, boulanger Yvette.
Hello, my friend.
Bonsoir, boulanger Yvette. Thank you for joining us on the Lonely Spirits Variety Hour. A quick visual tour of the studio.
Oui.
This is our mixer, and here's the one we used to use. We get a much better sound since we upgraded.
Don't be stupid, Neville. We don't use such equipment for the artisan bread. I am here to bring you the very best of the French culture. It begins with a pre-ferment, the starter or leaven, also known as a sheaf, the head, the mother, or the sponge. A fermented mixture of flour and water containing a colony of microorganisms, including the wild yeast and the lactobacilli.
Were these diverse microorganisms responsible for life on planet Earth? What about the Big Bang? Are you really French?
This culture is critical for the miracle Neville. It is the essence of life on Deutschland. The motoculture is prepared from scratch using a salted wheat rye dough. It takes 54 hours at 27 degrees Celsius, 81 degrees Fahrenheit, to stabilize at a pH between 4.4 and 4.6%. 4% salt inhibits the culture of L. sanfrancinensis, while the culture of C. miliari can withstand 8%.
8%. The accuracy is just astounding. The numbers don't lie, folks. You heard it here first.
This is science. This is art.
Yes, Wissenschaft. Kunst.
This is German precision. I have brought some dough already leavened with the motoculture because I want to show you how to treat this delicate and durable miracle with the respect it deserves.
Yes, listeners, live in the studio this evening, we have life's very essence washed into a rare green Tupperware container. Where else but in a round Soviet-made BPA line circa 1970s plastic lunchbox container could life be? Let's all embrace this moment, for it may never return.
Scatter a little flour on the work surface and then lightly flour the hands. Start with the bowl of dough. Using the heels of the hands, push down and away from you on the dough. Then pull the dough back towards you and fold the dough in half. Then turn the dough a quarter turn or 90 degrees and using only the hand heels, knead the dough again. Continue to knead, fold, and turn the dough for the required length of time or until the dough is smooth, silky, and elastic. To test if the dough is ready, take a lightly floured finger and press it into the side of the dough. If it bounces back, it is ready to be rested. Merci. Merci. This sophistication must be overwhelming for you.
Riveting, just riveting.
I must go now and begin the night ritual, for tomorrow is another day where the fresh bread made with the essence of life is crucial.
Yes, listeners, life is indeed fleeting and spontaneous. Thank you, Boulanger Yvette, for sharing this culture with a big C. here with us tonight.
Merci. Merci. Danke.
Yes, that was TJ and the Snooker-Jeeves with the titular song off their 1962 album, Purple Carrots. Inspired by that overdose of culture and sophistication, I'd like you now to just sit back, relax, and come away with me. Ooh, yeah. We're in Paris. Or Berlin. Yeah, sophisticated. Would you care for a martini? No, I'll get it. You just relax and let me set the mood. We're in Berlin. Yeah. Oh, les conversations que nous pourrions avoir.
It's the French quarter of Berlin. We traipse our way through the warm, starry night, haunted and Linden, and in an instant we're in the heart of Venice. Well, yes, all right, it was 4 hours by train and then 2 buses, but it felt like an instant, a brief flash in the journey that would encompass the rest of our lives together. Yeah. We had the wind in our faces. The air conditioning wasn't working in our train compartment. We were young, with our whole lives ahead of us. Just me and you. The Slovenian family of 7 sandwiched in the aisle. I looked across and there you were, your whole being pulsing in the convulsions of motion sickness. Yeah, magic.
We get off the train and suddenly we're in tropical St. Petersburg. I think I see some palm trees. No, wait, they're the later works of Vasily Kandinsky. You say, I've had enough of your incompetence in organizing our travel, and you tell me I'm leaving on the next train back to Paris. You travel to Saint-Tropez, where you meet a muscular, hyphenated type named Jean-Luc or Jean-Francois or Luc Francois, with Europop good looks and a wind machine permanently attached to his forehead. Yeah, and you bicycle built for 2 across the French countryside to a thatched house he built with his bare nostrils. And he recites the poetry of Arthur Rimbaud with his well-travelled pan-European accent, lending to the text in equal measure the rustic charm of classical French reverie and the retro-futuristic coolness of new wave synth pop. Francois Jean, you say, recombining the interchangeable components of his name. It's amazing how you power that wind machine with the electricity generated only by the twinkle in your eye. Rich L, he says, mistakenly hyphenating your name. You were sweet, sweeter than a 1928 Chateau La Forêt Perigueux Sauterne. And he pulls out a bottle of the stuff from the crevasse of his deeply cleft chin, and he pours you a glass. And you laugh and laugh all the livelong day without a care in the world. And now, sitting on the other side of the planet, here I am, alone again, looking out at the stars, wishing I could just drift away into the depths of the cosmos.
Our initial electroencephalography confirmed an absence of electrical activity, and now the results of the MRI and CT scan has given us a clearer picture of the scale of Rabindranath's brain hemorrhage. Unfortunately, things don't look good. There's 0 brain activity, and the scans show massive internal bleeding. He sustained an irreversible cessation of functions of the entire brain, including the brain stem, circulatory and respiratory functions. Chances of recovery are almost 0. I'm sorry. Now we have the technology you to maintain them here on life support for weeks and months if that's what you want, but I'm not sure what kind of quality of life you'd like for yourself.
So there's no hope for recovery?
As we see the results, no. There's next to zero hope of recovery. It's the ventilator which is keeping him alive at the moment. If that were to be turned off, Rabindranath wouldn't survive. He'd stop breathing and his heart would stop in a few minutes.
I'm so sorry.
I know this has come as a shock to you.
Did Rabindranath ever speak of any end-of-life instructions? No, why would he?
Welcome back, listeners, to the Lonely Spirits Variety Hour on FFFFFM 5900 on the AM dial, bringing you the message. It's not always the right message, but it's nevertheless the message. Motivation every night from a different speaker. Sometimes from the left speaker, sometimes from the right speaker. Always in pristine mono. Every night, all night long, from 12 to 12:45 a.m. Friends, I'm not here to sell you anything. You don't have to buy my message today. No, for today only, I have a special lay-by offer, 12 months interest-free. Just pay a deposit of $14.99 and you can start benefiting from the message today. Don't hesitate. They say you can't put a price on happiness. But through years of research and a complex series of algorithms, I've managed to boil it down to just 15 easy payments of $14.99. Lay by your happiness today. Plus, if you call within the next 15 minutes, we will also, for the low introductory, non-refundable price of $23.67 plus postage and handling, also send you a premium quality cyclonic vacuum cleaner from Pete's Cyclonic Vacuum Cleaners. But hurry, this offer will not last and is not available in stores. Clean up your life and your carpet today. Happiness is a registered trademark of Lonely Spirits Incorporated, a subsidiary of Umbrellaman Enterprises. ABN application rejected. This product and service are of general nature only and do not take into account any of your objectives, financial situation, mental health status, or needs. You should consider the appropriateness of the product having regard to your objectives, financial situation, mental health status, and needs after purchasing product. All sales and emotional results are final and binding, and no correspondence will be entered into. For promotional purposes, happiness is inclusive of, but not limited to, states of apathy, gross ignorance of responsibilities, low to medium level of disappointment. Umbrella Enterprises does not provide disclosure statement, contact customer service Marmoset located at Lonely Spirits head office, Cayman Islands. And now onto our new segment, Doctors Without Borders and Qualifications, where we offer unsubstantiated medical advice to pensioners. On the line we have Cornelius, a retired clockmaker from Cootamundra. Hello, Cornelius. What seems to be the problem? Well, Neville, can I call you Neville? Well, that is my name. No, I meant Neville with one L. It's pronounced the same, but with one less L. Thought it was a nickname between mates.
Cornelius, I'm flattered you would spell my name incorrectly. I didn't know we were that close. What seems to be the issue?
Oh, I've just got this slight cough.
Let's hear it, Cornelius. This is a bit sharp, I mean. What key?
Probably E flat.
Well, there's your problem, Cornelius. You've got cirrhosis of the liver.
Oh, bloody hell. Fuck. Oh, what are my prospects?
Incurable.
Oh, what do you reckon I should do?
You could always leave me in your will, Cornelius. Remember, it's Neville with 2 L's.
What's an L between mates, eh?
We're not mates, Cornelius. Goodbye.
Feeling unwell? Tried conventional medicine with no results? Well, we have the solution for you. You may have heard of the placebo effect. Well, we've harvested it, bottled it, and have a very special offer for you today. This bottle of the purest nothing, collected approximately 40,000 kilometers from the base of the very Himalayas themselves, and then put through a rigorous process of super distillation, nutrient-enriched fermentation, and then infused with a light lemon flavor that simply dances across your palate, will provide you ultimate enlightenment. Each bottle has been personally blessed by a man claiming to be a monk, and for your peace of mind, for a small additional cost, comes with a certificate of authenticity printed on genuine 4th millennium BCE Egyptian papyrus, which itself comes with a certificate of authenticity printed on gold leaf sourced from the Incas, which comes with a series of certificates of authenticity printed on successively less expensive materials, each authenticating the last. Give us a call on 9987 53636 45353535 53535353 5336366 and dive into the world of alternative medicine today. And our switchboard is lighting up. Yes, listeners, we're being inundated with calls, so please hang in there. Integers are an evil from which man has never recovered. For it was only once people were able to quantify happiness, what they had and didn't have, how much of it they had if they had it, and what they wished they had, that they became terribly unhappy.
Sabrina, you came.
Thanks for your patience. You can come in now.
This is the track.
You can set up over here.
Thanks, but I won't be needing that.
Which brings us to our last guest this evening. Here with a solution to all of life's problems, it's Sabrina D'Angelo. Take it away, Sabrina.
Feel you touch me in the pouring rain, and the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly leave, and it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Your love. How deep is your love? I really mean to love. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think I care for you, when you know down inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really mean to love. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. La 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 la.
thank you, Sabrina, for that wonderfully visual piece for my radio program. Beautiful. Sabrina, would you care to join me for
an interview?
Yes, of course. An interview. Right, so here we are. Here we are. Well, thanks for joining us. Please do come back on the show another time.
Isn't there anything you've been wanting to ask me?
What I've been wanting to ask you is... You see, I've admired your work for quite a long time. I've admired you for quite a long time, and I was wondering, would you complete this short survey on consumer habits? It will only take a minute.
Survey?
Just for my second job, I work as a vacuum cleaner, sales rep on Saturday mornings, and I thought maybe...
Sure. Certainly. I'll just go and fill out the survey.
Lonely Spirits Friday Hour on FFFF FM 5900 on the AM dial. I'm your host, Neville Umbrellaman. Right then, just sit back, relax, and come away with me. Oh, yeah. Are you comfortable? In whatever room you might be in at the moment. Your bathroom, perhaps. You are in your bathroom, aren't you? If not, please make your way there immediately. This is a contemplative piece and I need the natural reverb. Thank you for calling, you say. It was the least I could do, I say. After last night, your voice is smooth and sensual. You love the sound of my name, too. You ask me to say it over and over. All right, just one more time, I say. Charles, you ask? You're close, but it's Rabindranath. You ask me for my details. I like a woman who is forthright. My address, but maybe you could stop by. My birthday, but don't bring a thing. Yes, of course, my number. Expiry date and security code. I press your buttons, I know. 1 for account balance, transaction history, foreign exchange. 2 for new transactions. 3 for product information. 4 to report a lost or stolen card. Or heart, perhaps. This is all happening so fast, I say. You say nothing, you're the quiet type. But then I press 5 to hear these options again. I live next door to an electricity substation, but she means nothing to me. I like the theatre of literature, I say. Press 6 to speak to an operator, you say. But I don't want anybody else, I say. I love you, Miss Automated Telephone Banking Service. Le été à Saint-Tropez, les conversations qu'on avons pu avoir. Beep, 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 you say. And my heart beats to the rhythm of your beeps. But you are gone. It is better to have loved for a few precious seconds, waited for 45 minutes on hold, and then timed out, I suppose, than to never have had my account mistakenly debited at all. Yes, that was TJ and the Snookagees with the titular song off their 1962 album.
I'm done. Here you go. Thanks, Rabindranath.
Thanks, Sabrina. This is really thorough. Sabrina? What? Would you like to stick around and listen to some records and maybe share some of my mum's food?
Sure. I'd love to.
playing the Stookagees with the titular song off their 1962 album, Purple Carrots. Thank you and good night. Or as Biff Loman from Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman would say, what am I doing in an office making a contemptuous begging fool of myself when all I want is out there, waiting for me the minute I say I know who I am? Why can't I say that, Willie? I'm a dime a dozen, Pop, and so are you. I'm not a leader of men, Willie, neither of you. You were never anything but a hard-working drummer who landed in the ash can like all the rest of them. As Biff Loman would say. We are back tomorrow night with special guests, the Zoran Kierkegaard Jug Stompers. And remember, for all you lonely spirits out there, tune in to FFFF FM 5900 on the AM dial at midnight for 2 minutes of erotic sounds. As we say goodbye, I'd just like to leave you with this thought.
life is hard.
Handy guide to help you through life's most basic daily tasks. This week, a practical guide to applying deodorant. Pick up deodorant can in right hand. Apply left hand to cap, located at the top of the can. Turn cap anti-clockwise and attempt to remove cap by propelling cap upwards with moderate force. Once cap is removed, place cap to one side. To place cap to one side, select appropriate side, then place cap on it. Examine ingredients list on the side of the can to ascertain whether product complies with your ethical standards. If side of can contains no such list of ingredients, examine other side of can. Rotate can through a 360-degree trajectory, keeping lookout for fugitive ingredients list. Note, list may be in small print and appear in a body of text containing miscellaneous corporate details, logos, ticks, and promotional taglines obscuring true ethical parameters. Consider consulting internet fear campaigns regarding the moral, ecological, and economic implications of the use of aluminium, butane, isobutane, propane, parfum, citronellol, coumarin, geraniol, hexylcinnamol, linalool, denatured alcohol, isopropyl methyl. Fragrance, distilled ammonium hectorite, propylene carbonate, propylene glycol, and BHT. Store below 30 degrees and log on to the internet. To log on to the internet, compare service providers for best plans available at time of application of deodorant. Wait 7 to 10 business days. Receive your modem in the mail and install it adjacent to your computer. Study deodorant manufacturers' annual report for profit transfer.
Trade regulations pertaining to country of manufacture and assess whether the factory's production line meets international standards for rights.
Calculate whether employee wages are commensurate with profit margins. If unsure of the meaning of commensurate, refer to Oxford English Dictionary, 2nd edition, page 77.
Platon analyse etymological history of the word. Whilst not essential for applying deodorant, such diligence may be useful for future projects like
Black feet in the cat. Purchase flight ticket to country of manufacture listed on side of can. Check government travel advice and regulations pertaining to country of manufacture.
purchase carbon offsets from carbon offset company to offset emissions resulting from your travel. Compare multiple carbon offset companies for percentage donation to international funding renewable solutions. Realize that carbon offset causes a number of problems, including the outsourcing of emissions being offset and the efficiency of Consider swimming to destination instead. Upon arrival, conduct cross-sectional study of random sample of factory employees to determine levels of job satisfaction, measure working conditions and remuneration against workplace regulations and state or work rates. Conclude that cross-sectional study was useless and conduct a longitudinal study instead of factory workers and their families over a period of 40 years. Enroll in PhD program at university of your choice and conduct important research into methods of effective aerosol disposal. Think about the environmental impacts of aerosol and use roll-on instead. Read seminal naturalist texts and contemplate the benefits of not using deodorant at all. Avoid such reaction and your own possible dilemma. Bang head on nearest house to create a dominant or puzzle. Repeat process to satisfaction. Thank you for your diligence. This has been a practical guide to applying deodorant. You're listening to the Lonely Spirits Variety Hour on FM 5900 on the AM dial. I'm your host, Neville Umbrellaman.